So, how to make money when you're making a loss in business? This is a very big thing because a lot of people in business, they're actually not making money. I think the majority is, stats already show that. But how do you turn that business around? And I'm sat here with a good friend of mine, Julianne, and we actually met at a business expo. I can't remember how many years ago was it.
About 4 years ago.
4 years ago now, and we were asked to speak at a big business show alongside James Kahn from Dragon's Den to talk about business, and success in business. And I remember hearing Julianne's story, and especially before you built this global brand now, a lot of you will be familiar with it. It's out in pretty much every retail. What's all the retails that you're in now?
Yeah, we've got Sainsbury's, Asda, Ocado, TK Maxx, and we're in 15 countries now as well.
Oh, 15? Well, I didn't even know that. So anyway, so it's a big global brand. How did she even take it along this journey? But what's most crucial here is that I remember your story when you were talking about it. You said you started off when it was in debt or in loss.
Yeah, over £56,000 loss.
Okay, £56,000 loss. So what was going through your mind at that time? Or did you at any point think, well, actually, we're not going to be able to do anything with this? Or what was the strategy? What was the thinking process?
Well, at the time, maybe it would have been easier to start from scratch because it's always easier to start from zero than minus. But I wanted to sort of have a challenge. I wanted something new.
That's insane, no?
No, it's.
So you could start a business from scratch, or you could start in 50,000 debt, and you decide that's the one you want to go for.
Yeah, with a lot of learning, and for me it's all about taking that risk and that challenge, and if you can, when you're thrown in at the deep end, you've got to learn to swim.
Okay, first of all, before we get into like the how you did it, right? Like, for everybody who's watching out there, right? Do you think it's, like, if they use the right strategies, is it possible for anyone to turn a lost business around?
Yes, if you follow the steps and you take action with every single step, you will be able to do it.
Okay, cool. Well, that's good. At least we got clarification. You're on the right video. And then we're going to get some steps here that you can apply to your business if you are in a situation like this. So, what's the first thing then? What should they do?
First of all, I would say have a look at your balance sheet.
Okay.
So if you're not familiar with finance, you're going to need to get a finance expert in. So you might have to spend a bit more money.
Yeah, for me, I can't deal with numbers, so... Yeah, so you find somebody else to look at your balance sheet. What are they looking out for? What do they want to know? What's the crucial points?
They're finding out what money you're actually making. How much are you actually making from that product? So many people go, okay, my product costs £10 and it's costing me £5 to make it. But they only factor in small amounts. They don't factor in their time or any labour or any packaging, any extra things. These are the things that you need to be putting into your margins before you even start breaking down anything.
If I remember correctly, your product at that time didn't start off this product. Is that correct?
No, yeah, it didn't at all.
So it was still creative nature?
Sort of.
Okay.
It was.
So what was it beforehand?
They were doing at the time sort of statues, incense, candles.
Oh wow! So the business kind of took a whole shift.
As I said, it would have been easier for me to start from scratch.
Okay, but you wanted the challenge.
I wanted the challenge.
Okay.
And I still stick by it today. I would still do the same thing.
Okay, nice. So they look at the balance sheet. They find out if the product
is making any money.
So I guess the simple calculation for that is what are costs, what is profit margins per unit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they get rid of all the products that aren't making money. Just completely cut them. And even if they've got sentimental value, you need to just cut them.
That's a very big point, right? Because a lot of people, they get very attached to all the creations they make and all the different ideas they have. And also a lot of things, I think a lot of people out there, what they do when they're not making money, they think, oh, I need to think of another product.
Yeah.
And then they end up with loads of products and none of them are selling.
Exactly. They build their portfolio bigger and bigger and bigger, and they're making more and more losses.
So find out where the profit is. Second thing is to figure out which one is that core product.
Yeah, it's what's your core product?
Yeah.
You probably have about 5 or 6.
Okay.
We had a lot more
Mhm.
because we had a lot more products that were making money.
Okay.
Then it's about finding out how am I going to market those products? Are those products?
So the rest of them we cut out first.
Yeah, you cut
Okay.
all of those.
Get rid of it. Don't have any attachment to it. It doesn't matter how much time you spent designing it. Get rid of it. Then to do what? To market.
To market, you need to find if you have a market. Does anyone want to buy that product?
Okay. And how does one go about finding out whether the market wants their product or not?
Well, there's lots of ways to do it. You can either pay a lot of money through Mintel
Okay.
or
Which is probably what they don't have if they're watching this video.
exactly. So you probably won't have any of that.
Yeah.
So you need to go to places like the British Library,
Okay.
make an appointment.
Okay.
They will give you all the research you need.
Okay, I guess that's only if you're based in UK, but for you guys based in US, you have no hope. No, I'm joking.
No, you can go to any one of your national libraries
Yeah.
and they will help you. They will give you those tools for free, but you're going to have to sift through that information.
Okay, so now, if the research shows that it's not high in demand, then what? Drop the whole company?
I think you
Find
do-
another
you
thing.
Find another thing, but find something that's in line with your company. Don't go and say, okay, I'm going to do, so we've done salt, for example, healthy products, and then we go and do something like chips.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't match them together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say you need to find the core product.
Yeah.
Find your market. So,
Yeah.
for example, with us, we looked at the free-from market,
Yeah.
and it was at the time it was about 378 million just in the UK alone.
Okay. So you knew there was definitely market demand,
Yeah.
and then what's next?
Next,
I'm guessing, is pushing it out.
Yeah.
But that's
Creating the demand.
But that's the challenge, because if you're in debt right now, how do you push it out? How do you market?
So you find resourceful ways of getting out there. You partner with people, you collaborate with influencers, you find something that they like, and you sort of do a trade. I'll do something for you, you'll
So
do something for me.
instead of needing to pay them money, you give them loads of these bars.
Maybe. Maybe.
So that's the problem, right? If they're not actually making any profit and they're in debt, how do they even scale it out there? I mean, you said like find collaboration partners and things like that.
Yeah, just to see. if
Giving them
it's-
what though? What would you give collaboration partners?
So, for example, I luckily had my personal side where I could leverage off of that in terms of going out there and speaking and things like that.
Okay.
So doing that and getting them to collaborate with you.
Okay.
Other than that, we went out to the market and tried to sell into retailers before we had created the demand.
And I remember you telling your story, you were very active doing that. Like literally people were turning you down and you were still just approaching offices and the retailers.
Yeah, we approached hundreds of people.
So I think that is the key, right? This is one of the secrets in business and in success that people don't want to listen to. Like they want the button or the magic pill.
Yeah.
But in actual fact, they got to get their ass moving and go out there and speak to people, right?
Yeah, be creative when you speak to them as well. Make them remember you.
Mhm.
So, for example, we put bars on shops, so the head offices of people. We found their car, we found who they were, and then we put bars on their windscreens.
And then get told off for that, and then still put more bars
And
on.
still put more bars. And then sit in the head office and wait until they come down.
Persistence.
Yeah, persistence.
Right. And any other things you would say to people right now who are maybe they've been in their business journey, they're struggling a little bit, they're thinking, shall I drop it? Can I turn it around? Any final words or advice you would give them?
I would say keep going, but don't. If you're really unhappy with where you are, you need to change your mindset, or you need to get out of your comfort zone and do something different for a while.
Mm.
Because I got to that point in my business where I was like, should I just give up? I didn't have investment, got turned down by all the investment banks, and I was like, am I really in the right business? Is this going to go any further? However, I took some time out and I understood where I wanted to go next.
But how does one evaluate whether they should continue or they should let go at that point?
I think that the key thing is getting a mentor, getting someone outside your business, someone that can just
Get a
give
different
you
perspective, a different view on things.
Exactly. You need someone else. You can't constantly rely on yourself or your partner, because they're always going to tell you everything's going to be okay. But a mentor will tell you exactly how it is and give you the knowledge that maybe you just don't have at the moment. And it might be things you don't want to hear, but it's things that will change your business and your life.
Beautiful. Thank you. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you got any value, any knowledge from it whatsoever, please do hit the thumbs up. Also comment below, let us know any questions that you may have, and maybe when I know we're leaving Bali now, and then when we're back in London, we can catch up again. And if they've got any questions for Julianne or any questions related to business, feel free to type away. And next time we get together, we can produce some videos to answer those questions for you. And another thing as well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a link to Julianne's work below in the description. So if you want to check out her work or any of her videos or any of the things she does, make sure to click that link, make sure to follow her on different social media platforms. Again, I'll put it all in the description. And if you haven't tried these bars yet, you've got to try these bars. You also got to try their new muffin mix that I had the other day. I literally had 2 bites, and then the rest was demolished within like seconds. Salt, what are the products you have?
We have cacao powder, maca powder, brownie mixes, everything top 14 allergen free.
Yeah, and you can check all of that. Any healthy stuff is all there, so you can check it out all on their website. Again, I'll put the link in the description as well. And another thing as well, if you're new to this channel, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next year, because this year I'm gonna make a load of videos. You know, in the past I kept saying daily videos, but I decided that, you know, I can't just commit to daily videos for the rest of my life, so I don't know. So now I'm keeping myself open. I'm gonna make a bunch of videos for you, right? With positivity, business, anything that will help you along your journey to make this year your best year yet. But for now, guys, first of all, thanks, Julianne. Thank you. And bye. Ciao.